This game, for them, is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 type, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Let go.
To the air goes Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Liking 18. Stop low 18. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. The Chiefs at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Bronco 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60. Dragon 60.
Now Daniels. Out route to Hill, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
79 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. That is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
6-yard line.
65. Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Pioneer. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Sanchez. The end result, 21 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ranger, 70 Ranger, Warrior 70.
Here's Daniels. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80.
And now an audible here into something else. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down field on this opening drive, they've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from the 1.
Ready? Bronco 80. Ready.
Here's the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jaden Daniels with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
10, 10, 11, 11, 40, 30, 20.
Here's Stafford. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set. 21. 22.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Stafford. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Set! Waiting! 32!
From the gun, here's Stafford. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick six ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. But you look at this defense. They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Smash, smash. Ready.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Here we go, here we go. Liking, 8, check, Panther. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. A first down carry for Smith. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now a 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
First down. First and 10
Hot
at the
70, hot 70.
41-yard line.
Give to Smith out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. 19 tight, 19 tight. Check, 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 check. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. Hut, hut.
Daniels looking to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready? 19, Tiger. Bronco 80. Buffalo 18. Hey, smash. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
19. Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, right?
Daniels going to throw for it. And going deep for Hill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, here's Smith again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They go back to the ground with Smith. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 42. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
77
at the 42-yard line.
On the draw, this is Smith. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
60 boxes. 60 boxes.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 5.
70 Timberwolves.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Go street. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. Offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Stafford. He's got him in, complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back in 60. Stephanie. 19 Lions.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Stay 50. Real right, real white. Red 40 got.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Etienne. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Able to avoid him at the 40, and they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Ready.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Second down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Ready.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd
Lightning,
and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. They find some open field here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Come 19, come 19, 18 Pioneer. Go.
2nd and 14. Got an open man, finding Hill on the comeback route. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Ready, ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Bronco 80. Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here's another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
To throw is Stafford. Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll get this off to Etienne. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Check smash.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, smash.
First down. First and
Mustang
10 at the
19.
31-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up second down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He finds his man, complete. It's Sanchez. That one a first down pickup of 8. Final minute now of the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Bronco 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 Lion.
Now Daniels. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Viking 18.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Inside handoff, Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Here's a second and 8.
70.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
He finds his man, complete. That's Sanchez. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
First and 10.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Ready. Cowboys.
Now they'll change things up.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
He finds his man, complete. That's Sanchez. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Second and 2 at the 24.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. Let go.
And he stopped immediately there.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Lions. Ready.
Again, it's Smith. And he'll get this this one down to about the 17. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Cougar 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy
From 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
But not that any of the points would be needed. But CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Stafford now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Well, partner, nothing but praise for me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes.
And the Ravens continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
19 Lions, 70 Rangers. Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They go play action. Daniels. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler, 18.
Here's Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
19 Tiger.
Smith up the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Cowboy 80.
Gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
60 Eagle.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60, 18, Pioneer.
To throw is Daniels. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Brings up 3rd down.
Dragon 60, 70 Timberwolf.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
70 Lions, 79 Broncos. Me. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Brings up 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go, Rig, go. Ready.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Easy, luck. Set, real right.
Stafford going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Drop 50.
Daniels looking to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Smith. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Hey, Trash. Motion. Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. Steady.
Daniels going to throw for it. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And this is caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Baltimore, they're on a nice early roll.